Valve has just dropped an update for CS on April 1st, and yes, this is not a joke. I think they've taken a page out of the old German government's book when they legalized weed on the 1st of April last year. And this update is a major one. We got 3 new collections that can drop in your weekly drop pool. We got an awesome new case with very cool skins. The train collection is now in the game. We got an interesting new limited item, and we've gotten 2 major updates to Inferno and Train. So I would say let's go through all of those, and at the end we're also going to talk about how you should use your stars right now to get the best profit out of it. So I would say let's go right into the video, but first don't forget about the giveaway in the description below and on Discord, and you will find all of the timestamps below. Let's start off with the 3 new droppable collections that you can get. They have removed 4 weapon collections from the weekly care package drop, which is Bank, Italy, Lake and the original Train collection, and now have been replaced with these 3 cool new ones. So if you are rocking either a greenish, a bluish or a reddish loadout, you should be happy because you have some new cool skins that you can add to your skin collection. And what I can tell from different videos, it looks like the Radiant collection is the most sought after one. However, we will see later when the items start dropping. And I think personally that Deagle, I really want that. And now let us move on to the new case, the Fever case. It has some very good looking skins. However, I think the highlights are the new AWP print stream. And when we compare how the M4 is priced right now, I think this will either be similar price once it settles or even a bit more. And the next big topic are the knives in the case. We didn't get a new one sadly. However, we got 4 knives that will drop, which are the skeleton knife, the nomad, survival and paracord knives, and we're gonna get them in chroma finishes. This means dopplers, rubies, sapphires, black pearl, tiger, marble fade, damascus steel, ultraviolet and the rust code. And the most sought after one are, I think, going to be the skeleton knives in the doppler, ruby and sapphire black pearl finishes. Then our new Train collection looks amazing. There are some really cool skins, and what is very interesting, there isn't a covert skin in it. This means that the drop chance for the classified ones is going to go up. I don't know the exact numbers, but it looks like we actually might increase it to like 1% or just under 1%. And now let us move on to the new limited item. It looks like the XM has 4 distinct different new finishes. One thing you will also notice is that the overall cost of this limited item has gone down from 25 points to 50. And overall, I think even though the skin looks very cool, the demand like the Deagle back then won't be as big since it's only an XM. However, the first prices for the first 2 days are obviously always going to be inflated very heavily. And now this is also very important because these items are going to be very expensive at the beginning. That is why today's sponsors will be the best tool to find the best prices at the beginning. This video is sponsored by SkinSearch. They are the ultimate tool for finding the cheapest prices on all CS2 items across the internet. It searches through all of the biggest and most trusted CS2 marketplaces to make sure you're getting the absolute best deals. SkinSearch was created by Sparkles, a legend in the community, with one goal: helping you to find that perfect skin. Plus, if you're into trade-ups, they have a trade-up contract calculator that shows you the precise percentage of your outcomes and even the float. And if you want to know how much your inventory is worth, check out SkinSearch. They have an inventory checker that gives you a realistic cash value of your skins, plus extra details that you don't get on Steam, like the fade percentage, sapphire, ruby and so much more. And they support basically every currency. So head down in the link below and check out SkinSearch now. And now to some map changes that happened. Inferno got a wider banana, which is good. As a CT, this is going to be very hard because the T-molly is already shit, and increasing the walkable area in banana is going to make defending that side even harder. And Train also got a great update. The biggest one would be that on A side, the obstructions when throwing objects into the site aren't there anymore, meaning you are now more freely able to throw in lineups and learn new ones. And now let's finally discuss what you should maybe do if you want to invest here. What is the best possible choices that you should be able to do to maximize your profits? So for that, we are taking a look at different scenarios. The first one is you have already stockpiled a lot of stars, meaning you can instantly buy items right now and sell them once the trade lock is gone. And scenario B is if you don't have any stars right now and you're buying right now, let's say 5 passes, what would therefore be the best idea for this strategy? And for this, we are going to look at 3 different items that dropped when the armory pass was new, which are the limited edition item Deagle, then the sports and field collection, since that was the most popular one where everyone threw their stars in at the beginning, and this is is very important since we only have one collection and the sports and field collection was so popular at the beginning, we should be able to see how the graph moves. And for the case, we are going to look at the gallery case. How did it perform over time? So let's start off with scenario 1. You have a lot of points. Where should you spend them? First thing that can be said, you should be able to spend a couple of points in the limited edition item. For the first day, it was profitable. The ROI was above 100. However, after the first day of the release of the item dropped very fast. And after the third day of the item being out, the ROI unboxing was already down to 45%, finding its lowest point in the graph after about 1 or 2 weeks of it being out, or better to say being tradable. And at the end of the year, so basically after 2 years, the item went back up and then fell down again. So most likely the same thing is going to happen with the XM. For the first day where you can buy it on the marketplace, it's going to be profitable and then you should stay away from it. So that means either buy today or maybe tomorrow, but if you do tomorrow, don't buy too many. Moving on to the train collection. And here when we compare it to the sports and field collection, for the first 3 days, the unboxing ROI was over 100%. It even went up a bit. However, after 2 weeks, it reached its lowest point on the graph with 83% unboxing ROI. And here, most likely for the first 2 days, you are going to make a profit. So spending here would actually be a good idea. The skin in the collection look very cool. The overall interest in the skins are there. Therefore, people will buy it at the beginning and you should invest a couple of points there. And now moving on to the fever case. Comparing that to the gallery case, this item is the one where you're going to see profits for the longest. Comparing it to the gallery case, it was profitable for about 3 weeks where it reached a point where it was 86 cents, 85 cents, and at that point no one was really interested in it anymore. Looking at the curve, for the first 2 days this case was very popular, and I also think since the skins in here look way better than the gallery case, this case overall could have a bigger profit margin than the gallery case. If we for example compare it to the Chroma collection, since the knives have the same finishes there, we can get a glimpse on how much this case could be worth once it's out of rotation. So for a long-term investment, this case might also be very interesting to keep. Okay, let's move on to scenario 2. You haven't gotten any points. What should you do? To be honest, stay away from the limited item. It will drop very fast and you should be able to buy it in about 2 weeks time. The new collection is also not going to be the best, since once you have enough points to buy those skins, you will most likely be able to sell in that big drop, as you can see with the curve. Therefore, if you go with this one, wait for it to go back up. Wait about a month. Put your items in a storage box, for example. And when it comes to the case, most likely, to be honest, this one is not going to be the best investment if you want to sell it off in 1 or 2 weeks time. That was also shown with the gallery case. It wasn't the best idea. Once the cases are out of the rotation, then we might see a price increase slowly over time. However, we don't know how long these items will be in the armory, which is then purely speculative. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to sell in about a month, go maybe with the collection. And if you want to hold for a very long time, maybe then the case might be the best choice. So that was a very long video on the update. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you're interested to see how the prices develop over time, use the link down below for SkinSearch to see where you can find the best prices for the item you desire, since most likely some people will try to scam you on a specific site and are going to sell you an overpriced item. And as always, don't forget to check out the giveaway in the description below and on Discord. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys on the next one.